About 60 years ago, my mother and minister forced me to go kicking and screaming to Camp Westminster, which is now known as Holmes Camp and Retreat Center. And I haven't left since. Hi, my name is Ansley Lamar, and I'm a proud member of the Holmes Board of Directors, and pleased to be your host for this virtual event. In any other year, we would get together in person, eat good food, share amusing stories, and connect with each other. But because of the pandemic, we won't be able to do that this year, but instead, we will be connecting with each other virtually. And today, you'll be hearing from Holmes directors, Holmes friends, and Holmes staff members. And I would like to give a shout out to the staff members. They've done an amazing job this year in particularly challenging circumstances. As you may know, Holmes sits on 600 beautiful acres 90 miles north of New York City. And because of the wonderful work done by our maintenance crew, when the pandemic is over, we will be able to return to camp because of their commitment. Today, we will celebrate the friends and partners of Holmes and look to the bright future of Holmes. So please get a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I would now like to introduce the president of the Holmes Board of Directors, Mr. Phil Kochman.
Greetings, everybody. We thought we would all be together tonight celebrating Holmes, but I'm speaking to you from the backyard of my home in Houston, Texas because of the pandemic. As some of you know, my connection with Holmes started in the 4th grade when I attended summer camp for the first time. And I continued to attend summer camp for the years thereafter until the mid-70s when I became a CIT and then joined the staff as a counselor and a lifeguard. So it's fair to say that I've been connected to Holmes for most of my life. And for the last 6 years, I've been honored to serve on the board of directors of Holmes. There's been a lot going on at Holmes, even though we've been away for the pandemic. There was a brief pause in construction of the Agape II building in the spring when the governor stopped all construction work. But construction then restarted again in the early summer, and we've been proceeding at a brisk pace. In fact, we're pleased to report that construction of the new building should be completed sometime in December, and a certificate of occupancy should be issued by the end of the year. In addition, this summer, Holmes produced 3 Sunday worship services. Those services included songs and music, Bible readings, prayers, and sermons, and were set in all the beautiful locations of Holmes and Mother Nature. And Holmes produced summer Bible study for kids. As some of you know, the pandemic required us to close Holmes in the spring. As a result, church groups were unable to use Holmes. Numerous retreats and meetings could not take place. And perhaps most sadly of all, summer camp was canceled this year for the first time. But now, slowly, we're starting to look forward to the reopening of Holmes. Over the evening, you'll learn more about our focus on strength for the future, the time during which the board, with the support of various stakeholders and the staff, will plan on the relaunch of Holmes. You'll also learn tonight how you can assist by supporting Holmes' mission going forward. But first, let me take a moment to introduce you to the Peace Garden Memory Wall. The wall was recently completed and is located with its little garden adjacent to the original Agape building, close to Charlottesville. The wall will be a place to honor those who have contributed to the legacy of Holmes. You can purchase a plaque for a family member, a loved one, a friend, or even yourself, and place it on the wall so that people who come to Holmes in the future can see those who preceded them. If you're interested in purchasing a plaque, please go to the Holmes website, holmescamp.org, and click on the donate link, and more information will be provided to you. So tonight, we'll look at the future at Holmes. But first, let's take a few minutes to look at the past and the history of Holmes. Thank you for joining us.
Hello everyone, I'm Brenda Verdese, a former staff member at Holmes. For almost 75 years, Holmes Camp and Retreat Center has brought people together in nature to learn and grow. It has welcomed summer campers, church retreat groups, and adults to walk its wooded trails, swim and boat in the lakes, and tell tales around the campfire. As you hike the 10 miles of trails, you'll still see stone walls and sturdy unused buildings that remind us that Holmes was a farm before it was a camp. For 160 years, from 1760 to the 1920s, 11 generations of the Denton family raised dairy cattle here. The stone walls kept the cattle from straying. The ice house near Westminster Lake stored ice blocks, which were loaded on trains headed for New York City. But farming wasn't always profitable, and in 1916, the family started a dude ranch on the newly built Denton Lake, with swimming areas near the dam and 3 buildings for guests. Our history at Holmes started in 1946, when New York's area Presbyterians bought 80 acres around Denton Lake. 12 years later, in 1958, the camp expanded by buying the neighboring Camp Solomon from the Jewish Education Alliance. They renamed the lodge and lake Westminster. 1956 to 1994 was a time of growth for Holmes under the leadership of Don Hostetter. Nunemaker Center was built in 1973, allowing year-round retreats for youth and young adult groups. Agape building was opened in 1986. In 2002, a replica of a Celtic cross from Iona, Scotland was installed outside Agape as a tribute to 3 generations of Hostetter clergy involved at Holmes. From 2000 to 2017, Peter Surgener was the executive director at Holmes, and now Brian Breault serves us in that position. The site in the heart of the Hudson Valley now includes over 500 acres of woodlands, fields, and lakes for all to enjoy.
Christ and the Spirit so near, as it was from the start, so it shall be forever, one God, always here.
Hi everyone, welcome to Agape II. We're still under construction, but we're getting closer and closer to a certificate of occupancy, so it's only a matter of weeks. So this is really exciting to get to show you what it looks like now. So come on, let's come on in. So this is the entry hall, which is going to be used as a conference room. You can see the windows overlooking the valley off to the lake there. And then as we come in through the entry foyer, there's another conference room right here. And then we go down the hall to some of the bedrooms on the top floor. So 2 bathrooms here. And then we have 4 sets of bedrooms on the front, 2 on the back. See the bathroom. It's exciting. And then we just keep going down the hall here. Now, some of the bedrooms have connecting rooms so that if there's a family, for example, they could be here, bathroom, their own bathroom, and then they would connect to the bedroom next to it. So on this floor, there are 2 bedrooms on the back here, at the top of the mountain, and then there are 4 bedrooms on the front, overlooking the view of the valley and the lake. So we're going to go downstairs. We'll take a quick look down there, show you what that looks like. So from one end here, we have a conference room, lots of light in this room. Then as we go down the corridor this way, we have 4 bedrooms on the front, very similar to the ones upstairs. Now they haven't put the second coat of paint on here, this has just been primed, but they're going to be working on that this week. And then all the mechanical rooms, the laundry room, electric room, that's back in that way. Here's the fire suppression equipment. That's kind of massive. This is a tank that's pressurized so that we always have a sprinkler in effect if ever there's a fire, anything like that. And then more mechanical rooms. We have the hot water and the heaters down here for those who love infrastructure. And then the bedrooms on the front you'll get to see again. Those are pretty much the same: shower, toilet, sink, and then another bedroom here. So it's all coming along, and we should really see a big change in the next couple of weeks as they put the finishing touches on. The next big step, of course, is to get the furniture, which will really make this place come alive. So, certainly by Christmas, maybe even earlier, we'll have a fully functional and operational building. So it's been a long haul, hasn't it? But finally, we're here. So come, let me show you the memorial wall at the Peace Garden, which is the newest addition here. Very exciting. So let's take a walk over there. Now this will be a familiar place for a lot of people. The Peace Garden is where the old International Peace Garden was, right across from Agape I. So we're going to go in and take a quick look at that. So this Peace Garden was designed to overlook the valley. We're looking to the west here, so we should be able to get great views of sunsets and overlooking the valley. You can see through the trees the next ridge over there. And the idea here is this is a place where people can honor memories of camp, either of people who have passed on or of their own passion for camp. So really in some ways this is a memory wall. This is a place where you can put something that commemorates your time at camp, or your group at camp, or your staff year at camp, something like that. Of course there'll be some names honoring people who've been very important in the life of camp, but who have passed on. And the really exciting thing about this is it's got room for about 95 plaques. So over time, this will fill up with a lot of memories of camp. We're going to enclose it with some evergreen trees, so it'll be a very peaceful place here, right in the vicinity of Agape, with some seats and things like that for people to take a look at. And here is an example, the very first plaque made in honor of my dad, Don Hostetter. So they'll be made alike so that we have a consistent look throughout the wall, but there'll be names of people or there'll be names of events or anything that you want to honor. The idea is also, of course, to raise much needed funds for camp during this pandemic time. And so for one plaque, $1,200 donation will allow you to honor a memory that you've got of camp. So please join us on the Peace Garden Wall of Memories.
Hello, I'm Jane Ritter, Secretary of the Holmes Board of Directors. We wish we were together today, but one of the things we learn at camp is to adapt, so that's what we're doing. We're so grateful that you're here to renew the Holmes spirit and join us in looking to the future. In these unprecedented times, we need you more than ever. Please reacquaint yourself with Holmes by viewing our online worship services on our YouTube page. Come on up and hike our trails and donate what feels generous. The Holmes Camp Board of Directors, all listed on our website, stand ready to respond to any questions you may have as we move forward together. We treasure your support as together we position Holmes for strength for the future. To donate, please go to the Holmes website, www.holmescamp.org, and click on Donate. On that screen, you'll see options to donate by credit card or Venmo. And you'll also see information about ordering a plaque for placement on the Holmes Peace Garden wall. Also on the website, you'll see a link to our silent auction. Please take a look and bid on a piece of stained glass artwork, a framed photograph of Holmes, or join in Everybody's the Winner event like a Zoom cooking class. As we saw in the Holmes History segment, many of the camp buildings have served us well for 40 years or more. Your contributions support the maintenance that almost literally keeps the roof over our heads at Agape I, Noonamaker, and our other buildings. All your donations will be received gratefully and used with care to get us through to the not too distant future when we'll be able to host confirmation classes, retreats, and summer campers again at Holmes. So please, give what you can. Your support is much appreciated. I'm pleased to introduce Brian Breault, the Executive Director of Holmes Camp and Retreat Center.
Hi, I'm Brian Breault, Executive Director at Holmes Camp. Thank you so much for watching. I want to tell you a little story about camp. It's a true story, not atypical. There was a young man named Ryan, and Ryan was well loved at camp. Started coming as a middler and then went all the way through high school. Came year after year. Ryan was the kind of person who people gravitated towards. He was funny, talented, and people were drawn to him. When we would have important conversations about matters that are important to the society, to church, he would be right in there. He would be expressing his opinions, listening, influencing people, but also allowing himself to take in new information. Ryan was the beating heart of the camp in a lot of ways. His senior year, when he came to be picked up after a very emotional evening before, his mother found me and pulled me aside and said, "Brian, I just need to thank you." And I said, "Why is that?" She said, "Well, it's meant an awful lot to Ryan." And I get a lot of these kind of very sweet conversations that happen when parents pick up kids. But I said, "Well, everyone loves Ryan. He's very much part of this camp." She said, "No, you don't understand. Everyone doesn't love Ryan. When Ryan has been at home and at school in particular, the kids have not taken to him. He's had a hard time. He's been teased. He's been bullied. He's been made to feel as though he has no value. He's been made to feel that his opinions don't count. But once a year, he would come to camp, and all year long, he would look to that week. And in that week, Ryan could be himself, could try on new personalities, aspects of his personality, could leave behind all the negative things that people had given to him and truly come into his own. I had no idea that this was Ryan's experience. Ryan is 31 years old now and still contacts me, and himself has said, "Camp saved my life." I want to thank you for helping keep Holmes alive, keeping the light going during this difficult time. It's going to be more important than ever that we get together as soon as we are able. And when it is safe to gather, Holmes will be here because of your help. I'm really excited about the new wall. What a great way to give, to have a remembrance of someone who you love. Please bid on our auction, which is on our website, or just give because you know that this is an important ministry. All three presbyteries are richly blessed because of it, and I thank you for helping us and helping this ministry to survive so that we can thrive once again.
You are rising up now like a fountain of grace from the holy ground here in this place, here in this place. Holy One, may your presence here open our minds, may your spirit among us help us to find you are rising up now like a fountain of grace from the holy ground here in this place, here in this place. Holy, holy, holy God of love and majesty, the whole universe speaks of your glory from the holy ground here in this place, here in this place. Holy, holy, holy God of love and majesty, the whole universe speaks of your glory from the holy ground here in this place, here in this place, here in this place.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Johnson, and I am a member of the Board of Directors here at the beautiful Holmes Camp. While I was not a summer camper here, I have attended many church retreats with my church, Eastchester Presbyterian Church in the Bronx, New York. We started coming here back when it was called Red Gate Farm, and I always attended when the Presbytery of New York City meets here, and I have spent weekends here with an ecumenical Christian group called Tres Dias of Fairfield County, Connecticut. And I try not to miss an opportunity to be in this lovely place. It's well taken care of by a dedicated staff, and several of us refer to Holmes Camp as God's country. We pray you will do what you can to keep it looking like God's country and in the hands of those of us who love the Lord. Holmes Camp, God's country. It's for God's people, for you in particular. Thank you. Thank you for your attention, and God bless you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily Ford Seitzma, and it's been my privilege to serve on the Holmes Camp board for the last 6 years. It was about 14 years ago that our family first signed up to attend a family retreat with our church community. We didn't know much about Holmes or what to expect when my husband Dave and I hauled our toddler and his pack and play crib out of the city and upstate to Holmes, where we spent our first nights at Noonamaker. Holmes is a place where the children can play outside and explore nature with a freedom that we don't often find in the city. Because of the time spent together at Holmes, time spent around campfires and playing ball in the fields, swimming in the lakes, and eating together around tables at Agape. Because of these times, the families in our church know one another more deeply, and we have made a community where our faith journeys intersect. I'm grateful for those precious moments spent at Holmes Camp and for the bonds that we have as a result. As a parent, I'm also grateful for the space that Holmes Camp provides through retreats and summer camp for young people like our own children to start their faith journeys. Holmes provides space for youth to explore their questions and hopes with peers. This time is also spent around the campfire near the lakes and together at tables for dinner. I'm grateful that the Holmes staff thinks so carefully about how to invite and include youth, to bring their whole selves with them to camp, to invite them to push boundaries and accept challenges, and learn more about what it means to integrate faith into your life. I'm happy to support Holmes and its long tradition of being a welcoming Christian community, responding to God's call, to being a place where lives are changed and where faith grows in a natural setting. So please join me in supporting Holmes Camp.
I'd like to thank you for attending our first virtual fundraiser and looking forward to seeing you in person real soon. And remember, there's no place like Holmes.